Ha guys, let's get more news about Warriors, but first don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Ex-Laker sharpshooter signs with Warriors. The Golden State Warriors 2024 off-season has been a busy one, with perhaps the most notable move involving the team being the departure of longtime sharpshooter Klay Thompson. While the Warriors managed to bring in Buddy Hield as a potential replacement for Thompson, they needed an influx of talent even when Thompson was on their roster last season, which is likely why they are still making roster moves with the start of the 2024-25 season right around the corner. For the most part, the main contributors for Golden State in the upcoming campaign are already on their roster, but the team is still looking to find some potential contributors to round out the edges of their roster. That led them to former Los Angeles Lakers marksman Blake Henson, who the team ended up signing to an Exhibit 10 deal on Thursday night. Golden State Warriors and Blake Henson have agreed to an Exhibit 1.0 deal, league sources told at Hoops Hype. Henson, who was on a two-way deal with the Lakers, chose the Warriors over several teams. He averaged 18.5 points and shot 42.1% from three-point range at Pittsburgh last season. Henson went undrafted in the 2024 NBA draft before latching on with the Lakers for their summer league action, where he put up some solid numbers while he had a two-way contract with Los Angeles. Henson opted to sign with the Warriors instead, and they are hoping he can emerge as a solid three-point shooter for them after he knocked down 42.1% of threes in his final collegiate season with Pittsburgh. The Warriors aren't going to give Henson minutes right off the bat, considering in the fact they still have a bevy of talented players at their disposal, but they will be hoping he flashes enough to earn a consistent spot on the team moving forward. The Lakers could ultimately end up regretting that Henson was snatched away from them by Golden State, and it will be interesting to see how this under-the-radar move pans out for them. Warriors center could be out to break teammates' fresh record next season. The Golden State Warriors are in a period of transition, so often known for their three-point shooting over the past dozen years. The team will have to reinvent the wheel if they hope to recapture their former glory. That's not just because one half of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson, departed for the Dallas Mavericks this offseason. It's also because of the players the Warriors brought in over recent years and the young talent now at their disposal. Whether rightly or wrongly, Golden State have often been regarded as a jump shooting team in the past, recognizing their need for a point of difference and to keep up with the rest of the league. Their Warriors have found a jolt of athleticism in the form of their youth in just his third NBA season, and despite his role still being somewhat up and down, Jonathan Kuminga set a franchise record for most dunks in a single season since the start of their play-by-play era in 1997-98. Kuminga's 138 dunks comfortably passed the previous Warriors record of 121 set by JaVale McGee during the 2016-17 season that ranked the 21-year-old 12th among all players, with Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo unsurprisingly leading the statistic with 251 slams during the regular season. However, Kuminga's record may not last overly long, either by breaking it again himself or thanks to his teammate and Tracy Jackson Davis. The 24-year-old narrowly missed out on passing McGee's record himself, finishing with 112 slams across 68 games in his rookie year, which ranked 18th among all players. To put that into context, the next player with the most dunks who also played less than 1,200 minutes was ironically a former Warrior in James Wiseman, 81 slams. They were the only two players to play less than 200 minutes but of more than 75 dunks. Jackson Davis averaged a dunk every 10.9 minutes last season. If he continues that rate, sees his playing time predictable expand to 24 minutes per game, up from 16.6, and plays 75 of the 82 games next season, he should be in line for around 165 dunks, easily covering the record Kuminga set this season. Kuminga will have plenty to say about that, with the strong possibility that he too breaks last season's mark. Clearly dunks aren't everything, particularly in today's era of three-point shooting, but it does go to signify the changing nature of the Warriors and the style in which they're starting to play. LeBron James, Giannis Antetokounmpo among Warriors' dream trade targets. At some point every NBA organization goes through dramatic changes. As good as the Golden State Warriors were from 2015 to 19, winning 3 titles in this span, this organization still saw superstar forward Kevin Durant depart for the Brooklyn Nets following a torn Achilles in the 2019 NBA Finals. This off-season change has once again impacted this generation's NBA dynasty as Klay Thompson joined the Dallas Mavericks in free agency after 13 years with Golden State. Even though the Warriors have been one of the league's most successful franchises, maintaining stability and building a true championship contender is by no means an easy task. Aside from Durant and now Thompson leaving, the Warriors have seen several assistant coaches leave in recent years, notably Mike Brown becoming the head coach of the Sacramento Kings a couple of years ago, Bob Myers stepping down from his role at top the front office and leaving the organization has also had a dramatic impact on the direction the Warriors find themselves trending in. Despite all of these changes, owner Joe LaCab remains fixated on one thing and one thing only: hanging another championship band in Chase Center before Stephen Curry retires. There had been a lot of random rumors flying around this offseason suggesting that Curry may look elsewhere besides their Warriors, which was laughable due to the two-time MVP constantly stating he doesn't see himself wearing any other team's jersey once he returned from Paris, France with a gold medal in hand after leading Team USA. Curry received a one-year $62.6 million contract extension, keeping with Golden State through the 2026-27 season. Curry is now under contract for the same length as Draymond Green and Andrew Wiggins, both of which own player options for the 2026-27 season. The idea of remaining championship contenders in the Western Conference is still very relevant, although the Warriors did not want to see Thompson in another team's jersey. Losing him and Chris Paul allowed general manager Mike Dunleavy and Golden State's front office to get creative and add key secondary talents like Buddy Hield to Anthony Melton and Kyle Anderson. With more depth and proven scorers, the Warriors certainly look like a better team on paper entering the 2024-2 season than they did last year, but the idea of winning is always at the forefront of everyone's mind. Associated with the Warriors front office and ownership, which is why the team made a serious push for 9-time All-Star Paul George before he opted out of his contract with the Los Angeles Clippers. If a trade had been agreed upon, perhaps Thompson would have remained with the franchise in order to make one last championship push. Once trade talks fell apart with the Clippers, Golden State quickly turned their attention to another all-star forward in the Western Conference, one who would immediately fill the hole the team has had in their front court for quite some time. Lauri Markkanen was the Warriors' top trade target this summer. League sources told Clutch Points as his abilities would have immediately provided this organization with the perimeter scoring and rebounding needed. The Warriors were unable to land George or Markkanen, two all-star talents that would have immediately propelled this organization back to the top of the West playoff picture. Now, instead of question marks surrounding the talent on this roster and their ability to get back to the playoffs, the only question league personnel are asking about the Warriors is when will Golden State make a big trade for another star. There is a widespread belief among league personnel that the Warriors will be aggressive in their pursuit of another all-star to pair with Curry and Draymond Green during the 2024-2 season, which means the clock has already started ticking between now and the trade deadline on February 6. Several superstars will hear their names connected to the Warriors, starting with both LeBron James and Kevin Durant. And you fan, what do you think of the situation of LeBron James? Leave your opinion in the comments.